Hello YouTube, how's everyone doing? Today I wanted to actually do this video where I show you guys my impressions of the iPhone 14 Pro because I'm actually considering buying this phone in a couple months on Black Friday. So I wanted to give you guys my personal review on it, what are my impressions on it, and how it's gonna be a big upgrade over this. This is my iPhone 8 Plus that I got 3 years ago. I still own it, believe it or not, it's still in pretty good shape. And it works fine, except now the battery sucks. It's kind of slower now. It's not really slow, and the Wi-Fi antenna is a little broken because sometimes it has trouble connecting to the internet in good places. And it's only my phone. It's none of my other devices, not my computer, and none of the other phones that I have over there sitting on my drawer. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys my first impressions on the iPhone 14 Pro because again, I am considering buying that phone. And yeah, let's get started. So we're here on the main page. You see introducing an all-new iPhone lineup, rebuilt AirPod Pros, 3 new Apple Watch models, an exciting update to Apple Fitness Plus. So I was watching the event live yesterday. It started with the Apple Watch Series 8, the Apple Watch SE2. That one, those two I didn't really see much of it or like what was so different about them. But then I saw they were making Apple Watch SE2. I was like, ah, damn! I just bought my SE1 like a couple months ago. But that's because my watch broke, so I was like, honestly, it's only a 2-year difference, so I don't think it's going to be that big. And I also did see they were making 2nd gen AirPod Pros, and I was like, maybe I could have waited an extra year. I mean, honestly, the 2nd gen, they aren't too different, besides the speaker on the bottom of the case where you can actually hear it louder, and also lanyard attachments. So I thought that was cool. That was actually would be the most helpful because the lanyard on my AirPod case, I bought this back in December at I don't remember where, at Marshall's for like $3, and this thing just broke off after a couple weeks. And they also made the Apple Watch Ultra, which is like $800, and that's probably for like the really rich people. Like, I don't think no one will be paying. Almost the majority of people will not be paying $800 for the Apple Watch Ultra. They'd probably get the Series 8 or the SE2, whichever one. And then there was, so here we got here, iPhone 14 Pro, meet Dynamic Island, magical new way to interact with iPhone, groundbreaking safety features designed to save lives, innovative 48 megapixel camera for mind-blowing detail. So let's actually talk about this one already, because I feel like this was the main purpose of the video, but I just kind of want to talk about the other things too. But let's talk about the 14 Pro, which is what I mainly watched the event for. So this is the Dynamic Island, which basically gets rid of the notch completely, and it's like basically part of the screen where you can expand it for any background tasks and all that kind of thing. Because let's put an example, like you're on the GPS, and usually like with this phone or an iPhone with the notch, what would be is the big thing will pop up, the notification will pop up down here like below the screen, and it should be big. So basically the Dynamic Island will just be like that, and it'll just expand for the notification. And I think that's what's supposed to be for all other notifications that you get from apps as well. But yeah, it looks really cool. It looks so much cleaner than with the notch. It also, this thing now also has an always on display, which I think that is super cool, especially with the new iOS 16 update with the lock screens that they added. That's going to be really cool. How it's gonna look, because you can basically design your own lock screen like that, and then with the always on display, it's like once the screen is off, but not technically off, but once it's dimmed, it's gonna give it a cool effect with the always on display. So I think that's pretty cool. I think the feature that most people are looking forward to is the emergency SOS via satellite, and I think this is actually a really great tool that's gonna help people who are in danger. This could save lives, you know, because basically even where if you're in the middle of the woods, you don't have signal, you could still call for 911 because it'll reach out through the satellite and you don't need signal, so they can still find you. So that's going to be really helpful if you're in danger. And also we got a new 48 megapixel camera, which this is the first camera increase like significant since 2015. The last major camera upgrade was with the iPhone 6s over 7 years ago, when it jumped from 8 to 12 megapixels. And again, the last iPhone with 12 megapixels was the 13 Pro. But comparing the 6s to the 13 Pro, there's no competition. The 13 Pro just destroys the 6s. You know, there were minor incremental upgrades, and this one went from a big upgrade. This is the biggest megapixel increase in iPhone history. Went from 12 to 48. That's a 36 megapixel increase. There were rumors that it was supposed to record 8K video. Unfortunately, that's not true. It's still at 4K. But hey, honestly, I don't mind because I film in 1080p. I don't film 4K. But at least for the people who were looking forward to it, it's kind of disappointing, I guess, for them. I don't mind it too much. That's okay, honestly. But the 48 megapixels is definitely going to be a big upgrade. And the iPhone 13 Pro already has a good camera because my brother owns one. He's taking lots of pictures on it, and the quality is top notch. And just imagine what this is going to be because it's a bigger megapixel increase. So we'll see what happens. And that's about my first impressions, at least for the 14 Pro. It's not as big of an upgrade as the 13 Pro. Like, I wouldn't say it's the biggest upgrade, but it is a decent upgrade. But honestly, if you have a 13 Pro, there's no reason to buy this guy. Just wait about 2 years or 3 years for the next iPhone. But you know, honestly, for someone who's coming from this, an iPhone with the home button, iPhone 8 Plus that's 5 years old, it's good. This is gonna be huge. This is gonna be a really great update. I'm gonna be basically getting a lot of new features that I kind of missed out with any of the newer iPhones, like with the all full screen display, the ultra wide cameras, the 120 hertz screen. That's primarily what I was looking forward to. And I mean, that was already there with the 13 Pro. And I mean, kind of originally I was hoping that the smaller iPhone 14 would get it, but then I was seeing rumors that it wouldn't, and it would only be on the Pro. So I was like, alright, screw it, I'll get the Pro, like mainly just for the 120 hertz display. And it's pretty cool. So let's see if I could click learn more. What's it gonna show? It's just gonna show okay, it's just gonna show basically the overview pretty much. Yeah, look at that. Okay, yeah, see, that's what the dynamic island is supposed to do basically, and that is pretty cool. It's kind of with your notifications. So you scroll down, Pro Beyond, and pre-order start tomorrow at 5 a.m. Pacific Standard, which is 7 a.m. Central here, and then they'll be available next Friday. And just look at that. Oh, it's so there's new colors. There's a deep purple, which looks cool, I guess. But okay, here's the thing. There was originally a rumor that there was supposed to be. This rumor came out back in late May, that there was supposed to be an orange iPhone 14 Pro. Even Everything Apple Pro made a video about it. Like this guy right here. There was supposed to be an orange iPhone, like the color orange. And honestly, I'm kind of disappointed that that's not what we got. You see, this is the article, May 28th, actually the day of my high school graduation, but you guys get the idea. This was a rumor of what it was supposed to look like in orange, and unfortunately, we don't have the orange color. We have purple, we have gold, silver, and a new space black, which actually looks a little like the 8, kind of, not like more of the space gray. I mean, the sides kind of look more darkish, but the back kind of looks the same. So this is a deep purple. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go with the silver. I really like the white matte finish on this, and it looks pretty cool. So I'm probably gonna get the silver color. So yeah, basically it's to meet the new face of iPhone. So there we go. It's kind of showing off more of the dynamic island, as you can see. This is its use, and it's really cool. So it's definitely gonna be useful for me because I use my phone a lot, and I kind of go to lots of places. Always on display, and as you can see, it's kind of what it dims to, like that. All day battery life. Yeah, battery life is going to be another incremental upgrade, or another huge upgrade, because this one only lasts me about 4 to 5 hours before I have to recharge it. And that one, considering how much newer it is and how much bigger the battery is, it's going to be a big upgrade. Like, this coming from my iPhone 6 was already a huge upgrade, so that's saying something. So you can see, yeah, the lock screen, you can customize your own lock screen. I don't think I can switch it right. Oh yeah, you can. You can switch up your own lock screen like that with iOS 16, which is pretty cool. iOS 16 is coming out Monday, by the way, and since I still have this phone, this is the oldest supported iPhone right now, so I got very lucky. Display that's up to 2 times brighter in the sun, brilliant. So the iPhone 13 Pro has 1,000 nits, and this one has 2,000, so it's gonna be way too bright. Final new safety features, the emergency SOS via satellite. Oh, looks like this won't be available till November, but this is when I'm getting it anyway, so honestly, I don't care. Okay, so we didn't know about that. Oh yeah, I also forgot it has crash detection too. So in the rare case that you're in a serious car accident, this will detect it, and if you don't respond within a certain amount of time, it will immediately call 911. And that's actually, again, this is gonna help save lives. definitely by a long shot. And what do we got here? The Pro camera system gets massively more pro. The 48 megapixel camera sensor, 4 times resolution for jaw dropping and cropping. Oh, a cool thing also about the why is my mouse is freaking out? Another cool thing about the camera is mostly with most iPhone cameras, when you zoom in, it's all pixelated, but photo samples are showing that that's not the case here with the iPhone 14 Pro because of the new megapixel increase. So if you zoom in, it's still going to be clear like a DSLR or another camera, like actual cameras. So if that's actually true, and I tested out myself, that's going to be incredible. Like honestly, I'll even use that for taking pictures. I mean, I already take pictures with my phone, but it's going to look even better. So picture of over south to I don't know how you say that, but you guys get the idea. It's pretty cool here, and I think much to low light pictures on the main. So it looks like they did improve the low light by a decent amount. 24 breathtaking frames per second. Cinematic mode now shoots at 4K 24 frames per second, the film industry standard. That's correct. Most film cameras, this is what they shoot in. And I don't have the 13 Pro. I don't know if my brother noticed this, but I never asked him. But apparently this is now 4K 24 FPS. So I'm assuming the 13 Pro did not have this inner cinematic mode. And yeah, this is pretty cool. Auto Pro footage in 4K 24 or 30 FPS. You can even edit the depth effect after capture. Highest quality video in a smartphone. I can believe that. Shaky action shot, fix it in pre. That's pretty good. And yeah, overall, I guess a camera in a class by its selfie. So I guess they improved the selfie camera by not by a big amount. It's still 12 megapixels, and we have the new A16 processor, which is supposed to be pretty damn good. Battery that's in all day, up to 29 hours of video playback, 23 hours, MagSafe charger and all that. We probably won't get up to this much, but we'll probably get still a lot that is at least enough for us. Oh yeah, they also removed the SIM tray, so now it won't take physical SIM cards. It now has eSIM. So I'm actually planning on switching to my own carrier this fall once I buy the new phone. I'm thinking of switching to Spectrum just because T-Mobile's data has been kind of scamming us with the unlimited data plan, but we barely get like unlimited data. It's only after a certain amount of data per month, and they eventually kind of well, here they kind of slow it down, but if you're international, they kill your service completely and your internet as well. So that's what I don't like. And that's pretty much about it for the 14 Pro. Just a bunch of other stuff. Save up to $1,000 on iPhone 14 Pro after trading. Up to $1,000 credit after trading. Well, yeah, that's about it for that guy. So those are my first impressions. Honestly, it's really good, and it didn't exceed all my expectations that I expected. But it got there. It was close enough that it's good enough for me to buy for an upgrade over my 8 Plus that I've had for 3 years, and this phone is already 5 years old. And yeah, I'm really excited for Black Friday now to get this phone and also to upgrade this computer. Because you could tell if this video isn't laggy, hopefully it's not, because OBS kind of sucks on this computer. I'm filming in 720p. If I went anything higher than that, this thing would completely freeze and lag. So yeah, that's another reason. Also for this phone and to get a new gaming laptop. And let me actually show you guys the other products that were announced. So we also got the iPhone 14, the regular 14, which honestly, it's kind of disappointing. This one was probably because okay, so it's basically I'll call it more an iPhone 13s. They got rid of the mini and they added the Plus, but it still has the same A15 chip from the iPhone 13. So I don't understand. But I mean, they added SOS via satellite. I guess not that big of an increase in the camera. I think it's primarily just the Plus and SOS via satellite, crash detection, and I think that's just about it. Honestly, compared to the 13 Pro versus the 14 Pro, it's like you got some decent upgrades. But from the 13 to the normal 14, it's kind of disappointing because you didn't get a whole lot. So those are at least the big products, and they of course also announced the AirPod Pros 2nd gen. It looks like they discontinued the 1st gen AirPod Pros, or did they? I don't even know. What AirPods did they just have there? Those were okay, normal gen 2nd AirPods, and these are the 2nd gen AirPods Pro. which honestly don't seem like they're too different from the regular AirPod Pros that already came out. Rigid for even richer audio, next level active noise cancellation, and adaptive transparency reduce more external noises. So I guess it's better in that. The spatial audio, touch control lets you adjust volume with the swipe. I guess it's now part of here now. You can just swipe it like that. Leap in power delivers 6 hours of battery life. I guess that might be the biggest upgrade because the AirPod Pros, like, they last me about an average 4 hours of battery life, which, I mean, it's good, but, I mean, if I had the second gen, I'd probably notice a big difference. H2, more impressive by every measure. H2 chip. Cool, I guess. So, what says? Redesign inward-facing microphone. Marvel off modern silence. 2 times more active noise cancellation. And that says a lot because the noise cancellation on the first AirPod Pros are already good. And let's just keep looking here. Battery life, of course, that. I think this one has MagSafe capabilities now. The first one, I don't think it does anymore. So yeah, this one has a lanyard loop, which is cool, and it's definitely going to be really helpful. You know, especially for me, and then also the speakers, which is actually something that we've been needing for a while. Because if I show you guys my normal AirPods, you can see there is like, it just looks like that. And you know, this one is definitely, because sometimes when I lose my AirPods, it's like, what the hell are they? You know. And now with this, it's definitely going to be really helpful. I think that's probably the best feature is the lanyard loop and the speakers. And yes, that's really about it. It's not super big increase or big upgrade compared to the first gen AirPod Pros. And of course, we got the Apple Watch, the new Series 8. What is this one? Apple Watch Hermes. I never saw this one. Oh, is it this kind? Yeah, I don't know what. Oh, this is like a titanium watch, but so is also the freaking Apple Watch Ultra. Like, let's look at this one. Like, they went all far off with the event here announcing this guy. Like, I think this is probably the design actually looks kind of cool. Looks tough because it is. It has a titanium case. It's kind of redesigned here, like this thing right here, kind of has like edges now. It's here, the interface with the 2 buttons, it's kind of built in now. It's like, and say here, it's just like kind of sticking out of the case. More, it's there, it's like kind of built in. And the screen is actually just like flat, just like that. So I think that's nice looking, I guess. And louder speakers and another button over here, which I'm not sure what that's supposed to be. Action button, I guess. We'll have to see what it's actually going to look like. Yeah, it's actually, we'll have to see what it looks like when people get their hands on it. So the side button, and then we got the digital crown, which is kind of has like the little thingies now. Don't know exactly what to call them, but yeah, battery life for days, and yeah, that's just about that. You know, nothing too special. I mean, it kind of is special, but I don't think I'm probably not gonna buy this because too much money. It's $800. It's probably meant for like the bigger, like for the really rich people. You know, I'm not in that category, so. Yeah, so that's about it for this video, guys. Just wanted to give you guys my first impressions on the iPhone 14 Pro, and I guess also my other impressions on the other Apple products. Overall, I'm very impressed with the 14 Pro. I cannot wait for Black Friday. It's gonna be great. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.